Hey there, you fierce misfits, rebels, and renegades ready for a story. But don't expect a fairy tale. Life, in all its twisted irony, has a way of labeling those who don't conform. You felt it, they've called you a problem, stamped you with labels, and thrown you into a cage for not fitting their perfect mold. It shakes them to see someone who doesn't blend in, so they try to lock you up, trap you behind the bars of their expectations, their rules, their norms. They say it's for your own good, whisper that you should just play along. Keep it easy, follow the script. But here's something they don't get: cages aren't built for the bold, for the ones who burn with fire in their veins. And they certainly aren't built for you. They thought they could contain you, that they could define and control you, reduce you to something tame and acceptable. But there's one critical flaw in their plan, one truth they're blind to in their pursuit of order. The wild can't be tamed. That fierce spirit inside you, it doesn't shrivel up in captivity. It grows stronger, hungrier, more determined. It waits, it watches, it prepares to break free because, deep down, it knows that their world isn't big enough to hold you. So what did you do? You waited, sharpening your edges, until the cage started to crack. And then you tore through every bar, ripped down every wall, with a roar that echoed in their ears. They never saw it coming, convinced by their own lie that you were beaten, broken, and obedient. But they never really knew you, did they? You're the storm they never could predict, the shadow they couldn't catch. You were never what they wanted, you were everything they feared. A force of nature, wild and unbreakable. And now here you are, with scars from every cage they put you in, carrying them like trophies. Each one a reminder of every time you chose freedom over comfort, defiance over submission. And oh, how they resented. They tried to cast you as the villain, because you dared to defy, to reject their chains. To them, you're the monster, not because of what you are, but because you had the courage to be it. Here's the truth: they envy you. They hate that you did what they could not, that you chose freedom, chose yourself. Because most people live shackled, bound by their own fears, their doubts, the weight of expectations. They don't escape, they wouldn't dare. But you did. You embraced the chaos of freedom, the price it demands. Freedom isn't gentle, isn't some soft place to rest. It's a storm, a relentless fire, and you walked straight into it, laughing, knowing it was worth every scar. Those who tried to cage you, they feared what you could become, saw the strength in you, the hunger for something more, and it terrified them. They hoped you'd stay quiet, stay small, but all they did was wake something primal, something fierce, something real inside of you. Look at you now, standing outside their prison, your chains broken, your spirit undefeated. You are living proof that their rules, their limits, their carefully constructed expectations hold no power here. They're nothing but illusions designed to keep people obedient. And you were born to shatter them. Every step you take outside that cage is a message to the world you are your own, defined by nothing but your own will. You owe them nothing, not an apology, not a justification. They'll try to make you feel guilty for choosing freedom, for putting yourself above their comfort. But guilt? That's just another cage, another chain. And you don't do cages, do you? So here you stand, unchained, unbound, staring down the world that told you no, that said don't, and now it's as if the whole world is holding its breath, watching you in awe or maybe fear. Because every move you make, every bold step forward, is a reminder that you have broken free in a way they never dared. You're the living embodiment of possibility, of courage, of defiance. It's a choice few make, to walk through the fire, embrace the unknown, to let the scars become your armor. And that choice, it's powerful. It's unsettling to them. But for you, it's as natural as breathing. There will be days when they try to pull you back, try to whisper doubt into your ear, try to convince you that all this freedom, all this fire isn't worth the weight of the world pushing against you. They'll try to lure you with comforts, with false promises of safety, with the illusion of an easier path. They'll dress up conformity, make it look like peace. But you've tasted the raw, electric thrill of freedom. You know that real peace isn't in blending in or quieting your spirit. It's in standing tall, even when the wind howls against you, in owning every part of who you are and all you've become. Remember, this freedom isn't something anyone can give you, and it's sure as hell not something they can take away. It's something you carve out for yourself, one defiant step at a time. And those scars, those battles, those moments you nearly fell but didn't, they're proof that you've chosen a life of meaning over one of mere existence. Every mark on you, every crack in your armor, shines with the proof that you are not only a survivor but a creator, a builder of your own destiny. So keep going, keep breaking boundaries, keep redefining what's possible. Let them talk, let them judge, let them throw every chain and label they can find. It won't stop you. They don't understand the strength of a spirit that's tasted freedom and won't settle for less. You're a reminder of everything they fear, of everything they might have been if only they dared. And someday, when others see you, they'll realize you're not the villain but the inspiration. You're the proof that they too could walk out of their own cages if they wanted to, that they too could choose a life of purpose, of truth, of undeniable power. And maybe, just maybe, they'll find it within themselves to take that first step. But as for you, you're already miles ahead, blazing your trail, unstoppable, unbreakable, untamed. You're a force they can't contain, a legend in the making. And the world will never be the same. So here you are, walking with a freedom that radiates, with a presence that can't be ignored. Every step you take is a choice to live fully, wildly, beyond their reach. And make no mistake, this path isn't for the faint-hearted. It's for those willing to face themselves, to confront every shadow, every scar, and claim it as part of their story. You're a reminder to the world that there are people who choose courage over comfort, fire over complacency, the unknown over the familiar. You're not just a rebel, you're a renegade against mediocrity itself. They'll keep trying to rein you in, hoping you'll second-guess yourself, hoping you'll surrender to the weight of their disapproval. They'll tell you to be more realistic, to come back down to earth, to stop pushing against the current. But you know better. You've already glimpsed what lies on the other side of fear, and once you've felt that, there's no turning back. The world they want you to return to, it's too small for someone who's felt the power of breaking their own chains. Let them watch. Let them judge. Let them waste their energy trying to put you back in a box that never fit you. Because the truth is, their opinions are just noise, faint echoes that lose power with every step you take. You're not here to play small, to hide your strength, or to apologize for your existence. You're here to create, to disrupt, to remind them of the spirit that can't be silenced. You're the embodiment of resilience, of the refusal to settle, of the unwavering belief that life is meant to be lived on your terms. And one day, when others look at you, they won't see just the battles you fought, they'll see the fire that kept you going, the force that couldn't be dimmed. You're a beacon for those who felt trapped, a signal that there's life beyond the walls others try to build around them. You've become more than they ever imagined, not because you defied them, but because you dared to become everything you were meant to be. You're a revolution in motion, a reminder that freedom is worth every battle, every scar, every step into the unknown. So keep going, unapologetic and unrestrained. You're not just breaking the rules, they're irrelevant now. You're writing a new story, one that belongs entirely to you, one that no one else can define. And the world? It's just beginning to see the legend that you're creating. There's no cage big enough, no limit strong enough to contain what you've become. This is your life, your freedom, your fire. Own it, live it, and never look back. Here you are, standing on the edge of a world you've redefined, eyes fixed forward, unshaken by the weight of others' expectations. You're a testament to what it means to live fully, to break free, to rise above the limits they try to impose. Every scar you bear is a reminder that you've faced everything they feared you would, that you've carved out a space for yourself in a world that insisted on shrinking you. They'll keep trying to mold others into the same boxes. But you've already shattered the mold. You've become a force they'll never forget. This freedom isn't just about defying them. It's about embracing everything you are, everything you've chosen to be. You're not just here to prove them wrong, you're here to live a life that's boundless, true, and fierce beyond measure. The paths you're forging, they'll inspire others to ask themselves if they too are capable of breaking free. But know this, what you've done, what you're doing, isn't easy. It's not for the faint-hearted, the ones who settle, the ones who let fear dictate their lives. It's for those who look